What's up, guys? I hope you're having an amazing day. And today, I'm going to attempt to go live. And Enzo Man's back here, and Vega's awake. So we're gonna see how it goes. But I wanted to talk about positivity versus reality. And this is such a huge subject for me because where I'm at right now, I'm coming out of an awakening and I'm focusing my life on it. And what I've seen from being in the spiritual community, right, is that spirituality is reality. Science is reality. Science and spirituality are the same thing. And so it's so important to savagely pursue reality, to not be positive or in denial, but to see reality for what it is. Why? Because reality is perfect and reality is abundant. What's up, Skylar? How's it going, girlfriend? Hey, Amber. What's up, Kelly? So good to see you guys. This is like my first attempt to do a live with my kids up since they started staying home. So watch it go perfect because they're not out here bugging me. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a couple times in my life where I had to learn this lesson. And one of them was really, really hard. What's up, Brandy? So I was on the regional national gymnastics team and I was really good. And it was my whole life. You know, we were in the gym so many hours a week. We were starting to consider homeschooling. It was really about to become everything. And so my back started hurting. And I just kept going. You know, I just stayed positive. I didn't really talk about it much. I didn't really tell anyone how badly my back hurt. And I was like, it'll be fine. You know, I've pushed through the pain before. And so I remember one day I was vaulting and I went to run and I passed out. I passed out from the pain. And so we go to the doctor and I had a fractured spine. And they were like, you know, you can't ever do gymnastics again. And you're going to be lucky if you are able to do anything. You're going to be lucky if you're able to run. And you're going to have to wear this cast thing for this many months. And it was devastating. And it was like, there was a piece inside of me, you know, when my back was hurting. I could have just said, you know, this is real. This is happening. And there's a lot of things in life that I haven't experienced because of this. There's a lot of places I could grow into. There's a lot more that I could be, but I just couldn't let it go. I couldn't see myself as worth anything but being that gymnast. You know, it was my full ride. I was working out with the Ball State gymnastics team. I had accomplished my goals, and here I was about to go to this huge meet, and I just couldn't see reality. I couldn't see what was happening right then and there. And so life took me out, and that's the thing. Life will take you out. Life will do something to put you back into reality and show you you are worth so much more than where you are. You have unlimited possibilities because you're a freaking miracle, as is every human being, right? And so I really learned that lesson right then. And I've learned it multiple times in my life. But I want to say, that this lesson is why Tim and I have been able to move the way we do and do the things we do. And I have an example. So we've had a rough life, and there's been a point in time where we were homeless and we kind of got things figured out and got a nice little house. It wasn't nice, but it was a little house, and we had Vega, and Tim was working the night shift in a warehouse, and I was a marketing director for a local company. And so we did okay. And a lot of people would have been like, hey, this is good. You know, we've got the family going, we've got the house. Let's do this. This is where all of our friends and family are. I mean, my position as a marketing director, that was pretty big. But it was like we didn't have enough money. And we weren't happy. And I didn't like Tim working nights. And I didn't like that I was only paid $15 an hour as a marketing director. There were a lot of things that we didn't like. And we could have just stayed. You know, our friends and family wanted us to just stay. They were like, you guys are crazy if you leave what you're doing. And we did it anyways. Tim quit his job after the night shift, the morning of our wedding, and our family was pissed. And they were like, what are you gonna do? This is so irresponsible. You have a 6-month-old child. And we're like, we're not gonna be positive about this shit show that we're in. We're gonna make some moves and get the life that we deserve. And so despite everyone and every opinion, we moved with life and we opened an LLC. And it was really hard. You know, we didn't make the money we wanted to make for a really long time. We lived really poor. I remember there was this one day I was like literally crying because we weren't going to be able to buy diapers and formula. And that same day we got an $800 check. It was like 6 weeks after Tim had left his job, and it was just money that he hadn't been paid. And it's like life will always set you up. Life is perfect. Reality is perfect. It is abundance. If you are moving with it, growing with it, going after what you deserve for you and your family, life will make sure that you're okay. And so thank God that we did that, right? Our LLC really started going well. We moved to Indianapolis, but we just had some things that we didn't like. I didn't like working 60 plus hours a week. I didn't like that Tim had to manage our jobs and also pick up an additional job as an estate sale manager. We were looking at our reality and we were like, we don't have enough time together. We do make decent money right now, but we really don't have the time to spend it. Let's pivot. Let's figure something out. And it was like perfect timing. I had just gotten pregnant. I had just gotten sick. CBD saved the life of my child. And I was like, holy shit. Life has made us an opportunity. We could start network marketing and promote this product that saved the life of Enzo. And so our family's like, why are you doing that? You have this business. You are successful. And we're like, listen, we're not positive. We savagely pursue reality and we go after what we want. And so we pursued that and it was amazing. It is amazing. It's been the best experience I've ever had. And I'll tell you why we were gifted it. We were gifted it so we could close our LLC. And so I could come into this spiritual awakening that happened to me within the industry. It was beautiful and amazing. And it's made me into the person that I am today. And, you know, why was I given that? Because I move with life. I savagely pursue reality. I don't listen to these people and their opinions and what they think is best for me, right? If you think about the majority of society, they want you to find something that you can do happily for 40 years and they want you to stay there and keep your mouth shut, right? They don't want you to be interested in growth or the other side of infinity, because the other side of where you are is infinity. You are worth anything. You can do anything, right? And so it's such a hard topic when you're looking at positivity versus reality, because positivity is great, but reality is abundant, right? Reality is perfect. And if you work with it and you move with it and you take accountability and you learn your lessons, there's no stopping, right? You just keep growing and moving and gaining more experiences and seeing more of the world and working with more people. And so life is perfect if you're brave enough to walk with it. And it's so important to understand that it does happen for you, right? Everything is a lesson. So with the LLC, we could have been happy and we could have stayed, but we wanted more time. We didn't want to work 60 hours a week, right? And so we were honest with ourselves about that. We didn't just say, it'll be okay, drink more coffee, you know, we're going to hustle our way through this, everything will be fine, it'll work out. We made a change. We flowed with what came to us. And remember, we didn't look for the network marketing opportunity. We were just honest enough with ourselves to know that we weren't happy, and it landed in our lap for us. And so it's kind of like that, right? You gain this identity and you build something awesome and you learn your lessons, and then it's time for you to learn something else. And so I'm all about walking with it, not staying stagnant. And it's okay. You know, it's okay if you get lost and if you stop seeing your reality, because your lesson will loop. It'll just keep looping until you get it. It'll keep looping until you move on or until you can accept the loop enough to stay there. And either option is great and perfect for you at that point in time. So there's never a need to worry. But I do feel that the lessons are speeding up right now. Karma is getting faster and faster because I do feel that we are in a planetary shift. And so you're going to feel this stuff in your body, and you can get to a point where you're working with reality, you're processing these emotions, you're letting go of these limiting beliefs, you're walking with life, or you can remain where you are. And the lessons can keep smacking you, and you can keep ignoring them. And you might further, find yourself more and more exhausted. You might find yourself falling into illness. You might find yourself falling into more addictions or losing your relationships and the things that you love. And so it's so important, because that's what happens when you resist reality. That's what happens when you're just positive and you just stay at the job for 40 years, or, you put your worth to the side to make your family happy and make them feel like you're stable, like you're doing it, right? And so it's just so huge. And I say never settle. Never settle. Life is going to keep handing you these experiences. And here's the deal. Think about what it is, okay? At the core of every single cell is source. And that's of every cell of my cup, space, me, you, right? We are made out of it. And so look at your reality. How do you feel about life? How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about other people? Because that is your relationship with reality. Your relationship with others is a direct reflection of your relationship with yourself. Your relationship with life is a direct reflection of your relationship with yourself. Yourself, others, and life are all the same thing, right? We are all one. It is unity. And if you can get to the place where you're moving with it, where you're not denying it, where you're not being positive about it, where you're not trying to paint it as something it's not, you will come into perfection. You will come into your abundant, beautiful reality. And the funniest thing is that, this is positive. When you are in this place, you are the most positive person in the world, and you're not pretending. You are in the flow, and you feel so good. So right now, especially as things are speeding up and lessons are coming faster, don't listen to the people in your life. You know what you want. Walk towards it, right? You were created to walk through your fears. That is spiritual growth. That is the point of life. And if you're not walking through your fears, you can't grow. You can't find yourself on the other side. You can't increase your life, right? And so huge stuff today. Thanks for hopping on, guys. I hope you guys liked this live. I know it's so interesting and it's so controversial. Positivity is good. I'm the most positive person I guarantee it. But that is only because I have the most intimate and beautiful relationship with life, with reality, source. Call it what you want. This one thing is all things, and it moves us. So I love you guys. Have an amazing weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.